Humanity is the creator of technology. As humans realize that there are problems and obstacles to their aspirations for a better life, technologies will continue to emerge. In the age of globalization, where new needs and concerns are being recognized and realized, it is expected that new technologies will also come to the fore, facilitated by the flows of goods and services which is characteristic of globalization. Technology diffusion is a probable occurrence. In this lesson, our group will discuss the various technological developments and reflects on the implications of these advancements in the age of globalizations. In the end, humans, as we are capable of rational thinking, should continually reflect. Are these technologies we bring into the world are going to help us? Are these technologies really achieve the kind of future we desire? We should also ask, as we enjoy the affordances of technology, how can we remain faithful to the basic fundamental concepts such as goodness, beauty, dignity, and rights? Technology is a technique, a process, or a material good emerging from the use of science in addressing human problems. If there is something so profound in our experience of the modern world, that is the seemingly indispensable role of technology in our daily lives. Technology, as we have been taught in our science subjects, as that which refers to the implication of the science, is something that comes forth from the using of systematic body of knowledge we possess to respond to pressing issues and problems that we face. Possessing a physical and informational component, configuration, system, and knowledge, technology in essence is either a technique or a way of doing things. The Fourth Industrial Revolution. Simply, the Fourth Industrial Revolution is a way of describing the blurry between physical, digital, and biological world. The Industry 4.0 is defined as a fusion of advances in artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, genetic engineering, quantum computing, 3D printing, and etc. These exponential technologies are changing the world we live in rapidly. The Fourth Industrial Revolution redefined every change, progress, and innovation we made through the first three revolutions. The human race used their brains to survive by hunting, and then scaling up to agriculture as much more viable and easy option. But today, we have created the technology and artificial intelligence, which can think just like humans do. In the process of evolution, we process data through experiences, experiments, and situations we went through. And AI is going through or has gone through the same method to be like us. Technological diffusions and globalization. The innovation landscape is changing. A striking development in recent years has been the rise of South Korea and China as innovators. Whether measured by patenting or R&D spending, China's R&D spending is now second only to that of the US. South Korea and China are today among the top 5 most innovative countries in the number of sectors, either based on the stock of R&D or the stock of international patents. The rise has been particularly pronounced in the electrical and optical equipment sector, and for South Korea, also in machinery and equipment. Notably, innovation between economies at the technology frontier has been diverging from other economies. Since the early 2000s, there has been a pronounced slowdown in the growth of patenting, and to a lesser extent R&D, in the G5. The mirrors the well-documented slowdown in labor productivity and total factor productivity. Growth in innovation and productivity held up better in emerging market economies and to a lesser extent in other advanced economies. Remarkably, people have different responses when exposed to these new technologies. Some would try new technologies even if these are still crudely developed. Nowadays, we also hear the term digital natives, which refer to the people who have been accustomed to digital technologies. There are also those referred to as digital immigrants, people who were not born into the digital world but are coping and adopting new technologies. Technological trends in the age of globalization. First, information and communication. The emergence of the Internet of Things makes human-computer interaction speedier and more reliable, making it possible to manage very important services such as transportation, healthcare, and security. We see nowadays, for instance, that we can already watch over our home even when we are far away from it, through security cameras and that are linked via the Internet. A doctor from another country can provide professional advice or in some cases can even conduct medical procedures to a service user in another place. Even interviews, meetings, and educational activities can be done via Skype, Zoom, and other teleconferencing technologies. Because of technology, we are already capable of doing synchronous, real-time communication even amidst distance. At the same time, when the one we need to talk to is not available, it is possible for us to engage into asynchronous communication, such as when we leave messages through emails and messengers that our friends and families can respond to later on. Number 2 is transportation. It is largely one of technological innovation. Advances in technology have allowed people to travel farther, explore more territory, and expand their influence over larger and larger areas. As new inventions and discoveries were applied to transport problems, travel time decreased while the ability to move more and larger loads increased. Innovation continues as transport researchers are working to find new ways to reduce cost and increase transport efficiency. Aviation technology has also become more dependable in recent years, allowing more and more people to travel long distances. 4 major developments in aviation technology according to Martin 2018. Number 1 is digital twin, which is digital and virtual replica of the physical aircraft engine which enables efficient monitoring of the aircraft. Number 2 is the use of artificial intelligence, AI, for predictive maintenance. Example is predicting possible issues that may arise in the aircraft. Number 3, use of mobile computing in aviation. Number 4 is the use of drones in aircraft maintenance procedures. Next is architecture, energy, and the environment. There is a movement towards green architecture as an impact of the recent climate and address ecological breakdown. People are beginning to realize that our environment is at the tipping point, and if we do not do something about it, everything that we do haphazardly to our environment may boomerang. Alongside the movement toward environment-friendly infrastructure is the preference for green energy or renewable sources such as wind, hydropower, geothermal heat, and etc. The carbon credits, the allowable amount of carbon emission that a country can have which can actually be used in the carbon trade. Commerce. Social networks media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are used as marketing and advertising tools. Banks have also put up electronic platforms where clients can hold transactions, bill payments, money transfers without having to appear physically in the physical banking infrastructures. Space science. Since the first wave of space explorations in the 1960s, much has changed in our space technologies, such as nation-state invest in research and development on this issue. National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) 2018, the U.S. agency responsible for space explorations, revealed that in succeeding years there will be attempts and efforts to A. Know the possibility of life in Mars. B. Get closer to the Sun. C. Explore Jupiter's moon. D. Send humans deeper into space. E. Test and develop more advanced space navigation instruments. Lastly, AI robots and nanotechnology. Most importantly, the contemporary world has also witnessed how technology nowadays can afford to simulate some of humans' capacities through the use of computer and machines. Example, artificial intelligence. When Sophia bot, an almost humanoid robot, came to the fore, it has triggered discussions as to what would be the direction of humanity in the era of AI. What used to be found only in the figment of our imaginations, as reflected in movies, are now becoming more real and possible as we are able to manipulate particles at the atomic molecular levels. We are also able to create very minute particles that may influence and alter substances found in living cells. Use of nanoparticles in delivering drugs.